Hi, I'm Drew, a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis and my beautiful dog JP.
And I'm Grant. I'm a former pastor. I live in Florida with my wife and 4 kids and just a lot of baggage. After last week's heavy episode, they say he ain't heavy, he's my brother. It was kind of heavy. And
I'm skinny.
he is my
I went to the
brother.
doctor last night and they did say that I was skinny. So we recover. And
This is a
I tell
recovery episode.
Grant
Grab
the
a Gatorade.
story. Actually, I tell Grant the Lot situation. I don't tell him the story of Lot. I tell him the Lot situation. So if you're not familiar with Sodom and Gomorrah in a sassy way, get ready.
Unlike last week where it started out silly and then it got real not silly all the way through.
So
Super
much silly. So much silly.
Just sit back, relax, unless you're driving, keep driving, stay alert, and enjoy.
Relax while you drive, though. Don't tense up. When you get into a car accident, you're supposed to relax your body.
I know, it's weird. Every time we would stop at stoplights, you'd always...
Stay safe. Hi, I'm Drew, and I'm gay.
And I'm Grant, and I'm not. Drew, last week...
Okay, you're not better than me.
Well, that's the point, is last week there was a lot of apologies from my side, and people really responded to it. So I was curious if you wanted to start this week apologizing to me. Is there anything you'd like to apologize to me for?
Yeah, actually, Grant, I really like that idea because I do too. I don't want this to feel unbalanced,
Yeah.
Like no one's perfect. We both have our own things, Let me just recap the apology from last week so I can kind of wrap my head around what I need to be looking for.
Yeah.
You were apologizing for decades of not listening to me, gaslighting me, and not standing beside me for decades.
Well,
and so then you
also
said
actively being involved in a system too that continued to
in the system that hurt
marginalize
me.
you and hurt you.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But
so I think you apologizing. Hang on.
So
I know.
That's the
and
rule.
I think you apologizing for that and Paula making it into a TikTok and having damaged queer people tell you thank you. I definitely have something similar. So Grant, I just want to say I shouldn't have been looking out your window in the Voyager on our way to Destin, Florida.
Finally.
I lied. I said I wasn't.
Finally.
I said I wasn't.
I told mom.
Was.
I told mom and dad. I said, he's looking out my window. And you kept saying, no, I'm not. Yes, you were. You were looking out my window.
I was. So, Grant, I just want to say, from me to you, I'm sorry.
You think that does it? You think I'm sorry is just going to absolve you of all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Them's the rules. I accept. Oh, do you feel lighter now? Oh, man.
I do. I really do. Thank you so much. Grant, you just got back from a vacation of sorts. Why don't you tell us about that, buddy?
Mommy had one of her knees replaced. Her right knee.
Baby, mommy, darling, mommy.
Yeah, she had her right knee replaced, and she is hobbling.
I thought she needed both of them taken out.
No, her right one is that's the troublemaker. That's the real troublemaker.
Yeah.
But that is also traditionally where homophobia is stored, so things are looking good. And
oh my God, we cured it.
She truly bounced back pretty quick, and I was in charge of medicine, so I'd go 1 oxy for you, 1 oxy for Grant.
Did she really have oxy?
1 oxy. Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, we need to keep an eye on that. Because I could see mom getting addicted.
No, she was very afraid of that. So she would be like sitting in her chair going like, ugh, and I was like,
yeah,
Mom,
that does sound like mom.
You need to take your oxy. Like, that's what it's for. It's day 2 after the surgery. And she's like, I can't get addicted. I finally just started hiding it in cheese.
And she never turns down a craft single.
No.
So you know that phrase, silent...
but deadly? Yeah.
Oh, suffering in silence. Like, you don't want to make everyone else feel bad, so you suffer in silence. Our mother is the exact opposite. She is suffer loud. She turns it up. She texts people to let them know. Like, she is so loud when
That's
she doesn't
so
feel good.
funny. I didn't even think about
And
that.
then
You're
when
right.
you try to help her, she's
I'm the
like,
same
no,
way.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Stop bothering me. I'm fine.
That's so funny.
Oh, well,
I
now
think I'm
no
the
one wants
same
to
way.
help me.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. So I will say
That's her
one of the
mother.
things they did a lot was like Uncle Mike came over, Uncle Tommy and Aunt Linda came over.
Do they look
and then
so old?
a bunch of other old people came over to drop off food and stuff. Every single person, when they came in and sat down, the first thing they said was beautiful house. The second thing they said was, did you hear about Dale? Did you hear about Don? Did you hear about Greg? They were all talking about dead people. Somebody had died.
Yes.
All
Sorry,
of them.
you said Dale,
All
and that
of
was
them.
our dad's sister. And I was like,
Well, she's
wait,
dead.
did I make up the fact that she already died?
No, she's been
she's
gone.
dead as fuck.
But
yeah,
they,
she's been gone.
but
Since she's
every
been
single
gone.
one of them was like, "Oh, she gone."
Well, Grant, I told this to my husband Curtis. I says this to him. This is what he says. It says, Curtis, it
Husband
says, we're losing them. We're losing Diane Keaton. We just lost Diane Ladd. We just lost Dick Cheney. Horrible to lose such a beautiful man.
This beautiful soul.
But it's
Brought so many
because
people together.
boomers are finally reaching the point that the medical strides we've made since they were young end here. We can't do anything past like 80. Like
Right.
you're good. Like we
After
got you to
80,
80.
yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah,
But I
if
just
you
think the
keep
next 10 years is going to be insane. I mean, not just the government stuff, but like
Sure.
truly this gigantic group of people who, whether they meant to or not, completely ruined every system we had established. They'll be dead.
Well,
They'll be gone.
Can I tell you something really boring that I'll probably cut out? Because of that, a friend of mine has started buying small businesses from baby boomers. They said that
Oh, that's
like a
smart.
lot of economists say that in the next 10 to 15 years, the largest transfer of wealth in American history is going to happen because all these baby boomers have built these businesses. Their kids don't want them, and they're going to sell them or transfer them or whatever.
Grant, buy dads, buy Nixon and Associates.
I did.
I bet you can.
No, I did. I
good.
got him a Trump coin.
Good.
And he gave it to me.
Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild. And rest in peace, Diane Ladd. I love your daughter.
Diane
Okay.
Ladd, what a hero. I don't know who that is.
Laura Dern's mom.
Oh, I know Laura Dern. Not personally.
You would know Diane Ladd's face.
Spiritually.
You would know her face.
Oh.
Christmas Vacation. She was a grandma on Christmas Vacation,
Yes.
the nice one.
She's been old her whole life.
Well, and Laura Dern's dad is the dad from Big Love. Who's the guy in Big Love, the main character? He's dead. Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
He plays his dad. And that show was 20 years ago, and he looked 100. And he went on to make so many more things. And I'm like, how old are you actually? I'd love a
Laura Dern.
moment. And he's alive. He's still alive. Bruce Dern. He's
Laura
90.
Dern-
Oh, he's 89. Sorry.
Oh,
He can
don't
live.
exaggerate, Drew. Laura Dern, I think, has
I
like a
lied.
classic, like a classic Hollywood look. She looks like
She's a movie star.
She's a movie star. She looks like a movie
Yeah.
star.
Yeah,
What a
she
pretty
really
lady.
is.
58. Give me a call, Laura.
Wait, so mom had her knees taken out.
One.
Were you
Not taken
babysitting
out,
dad too?
replaced. Kind of, yeah. So he goes, "Can you take a look at my computer?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." What's going on? And he's like, "I don't know any of my passwords." And I
Great.
went and
Great
looked at his
start.
computer, and it was just there are all these windows open that are like, "Please re-enter your password." Nothing worked. Nothing worked. So I go, "Dad, what are your passwords?"
Yeah.
He hands me a legal manila folder filled with like legal pad paper.
Passwords.
Just passwords. Did they say what they were for? No. Just father
Yep.
of five, just
Yep.
Whites only, like his normal passwords
His
that he's always
favorites.
used.
Yeah. White's only 69. Yeah.
White's only 69. They do it best. And anyway, it was wild. And he handed me his phone, and he needed to upgrade. It's a mess because every time you upgrade something for an older parent, they don't know how it works. There's something new. There's some new feature, and then they call you and they go, "You fucked my phone up." So that happened. Uncle Mike came over, who is like the sweetest human being.
Love
but
him. Aunt Brenda's, for those of you who remember Aunt Brenda, her widower. Yes.
Yes. He's the sweetest person. So same thing. He needed his phone upgrade. He's like, can you do that for me? I said, sure. And he leaves and calls me from Aunt Brenda's phone, by the way. That was
I get that though. I get that.
So I
Calling
was
from
like,
heaven.
what is it? Is it, yeah, who's up there? Nobody. What? Yeah, he calls me from her phone and he's like, there's a video playing on it. And it was like the intro video, like, welcome to iOS 26.
Yeah.
And I go,
you have
yeah,
to hit the button.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Just hit skip. You're fine. Keep going, buddy. And, old people stuff, whatever.
Not
God,
keep
that was
going,
boring as
buddy.
shit. So, Drew,
No, it wasn't.
anything
Well,
exciting
I'm glad that you
happening?
did it.
It
yeah,
was fine.
Actually, today is election day. Mom Donnie's gonna win, and I'm horny about it. I'm
And
so
the city of
horny
New
for
York is
him.
going to lose federal funding because of it. How cool.
Well, he's a socialist Muslim. He's bad.
Oh, can I tell you, back to Dad in Mondani?
Did he poop?
No, so Angela and I got a letter from the IRS.
He doesn't poop anymore?
No. No, he poops a lot. He can't stop.
Nice.
We got a letter from the IRS, and we've been making payments on an old tax bill. Something happened with it. It doesn't matter. Basically, the IRS was like, hey, you haven't paid us in a couple of years. We didn't notice until now. So now you owe us a shit ton more. So I'm complaining about, we had this set up on auto, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, but you know what? Hey, at least we're going to have a sweet ballroom. Like, it's all good. And Dad goes, well, we're not paying for it. And I said, like hell we aren't. And so I told him about the $320 million payout that Trump wanted from the Justice Department. Dad had no idea. He had...
Because he has
had
one
no
news
idea.
source.
He had no idea. And I was like, Dad, how is that possible? And so I said, he goes, well, where did you hear that from? And I said, Trump's mouth. Donald Trump's mouth. He was in the Oval Office. He was asked about it. He said, maybe I'll give it to charity. So I'm explaining that to Dad, and he goes, well, did you see that on CNN? And I go, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I saw it on a Game Boy Advance. The point is, I heard him say it out of his own mouth, and so I was explaining to him how it was going to work and how it doesn't have to go before a judge. Anyway, so I said, Dad, like, it's $250 million. He's going to give himself taxpayer money. He goes, well, he said he'll give it to charity. And I go, whoa, do you want that to happen? Do you want him to just take $230 million out of your pocket and then decide if he's going to give it to charity or not? That very charitable man. And he goes, no, I guess not. And I go, okay, so it's bad. Can we say it's bad? It's corrupt and bad? He goes, I'm going to have to look into it. And I said, Dad, this has been happening for days, and you didn't know about it till I told you. Where are you going to look, my man? And so many times I would come in the living room, and he's watching AI slop on YouTube, and he's like,
Like what?
yeah, like 6 things you didn't know about leading men in the 1950s.
Oh, sure.
And so it's an AI voice, and he's like, I don't understand how these TV programs get put out like this. Do they not have editors? They mispronounce, the voiceover actors mispronounce the name of the person they're talking about. And I said, Dad, this is not a TV program. This is some dude in his underwear. This is called AI slop. Like, he's getting paid money because you viewed it. And there's ads, right? It's just garbage. Like, he typed in, like, make some shit for old people. And they made it, and you're watching it, and you just called it a TV program. Do you know the difference between this and a TV program? Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
Because what they'll do is a lot of, like, the news ones, which are clearly AI, they'll make a thumbnail with Laura Ingraham on it. Or they'll make a thumbnail with someone that Dad recognizes, and he'll go, oh, this is Fox News. This is from Laura Ingraham. And the best part is the news ones, they tell you inner monologues. That's not news, because that's not possible. He was sitting there fuming at the accusation, and he was thinking of his wife and his daughter and how when she was 7, they went to Disney World. I was like, Dad, that's not news. That's storytelling.
What happened? What happened when they got there?
Oh, the lines were long and they went home. It's a very boring story, but that like, he doesn't know the difference. And so I was like,
the world's moved on without him.
He needs to be in charge.
Went to the
82-year-olds.
I went to the doctor. Well, first of all, I want to say, I want to ask,
Amen.
Have you ever used Ground News?
I don't believe that I have.
There's a deconstructing twink on YouTube that I love to watch. and he's always sponsored by Ground News. And basically what it is an app and a website that will report on like a certain news story, like Trump gonna take money from the Justice Department to build his ballroom, right? And then it'll show
to
you
pocket it, but yeah,
right. But it'll show you how much centrist media reports on it, and then how much left and right. And
I've heard that on
he's
podcasts,
right, you
but
can
I've never
put
used
in.
it.
I downloaded it, and it looks really cool. There is a subscription, and I don't want to do that because I think it would just make me mad. But I think like
I'm looking it up
if
right
Dad
now.
could understand it, I would absolutely pay for his subscription. I just don't think he'll understand it.
He's not. I mean,
I know.
I'm trying to explain to him what AI slop was. And I even was like, Dad, I could make this right now in front of you if it didn't cause air pollution in Memphis, which it is. You know that, right? Your air is bad because of this.
Yeah.
Yep. But I was like, Dad, I could make this in minutes. I could make any of this in minutes. This isn't reputable.
It's
like
thoughtless.
Fucking stop watching it. But I will say this, Drew, you just said about not doing the subscription. When I was at Mom and Dad's, every morning, I think you and I have the same routine. I watch The Daily Show. I watch Seth Meyers. I watch Kimmel. You don't? I thought you did. I thought you watched them in the morning.
We do sometimes. It depends on the day.
Okay. I watched them like every day. And while I was there, I didn't because I would get mad and then go downstairs. Or I wouldn't be mad. I would watch it and be like, that's fucking crazy. Then I'd go downstairs and sit with two people who were like, yeah, that's our guy. That's what we voted for. And that would make me
Do you
mad.
think Mom really like that?
Yeah.
Is she really?
Not overtly. Like, I think she holds those beliefs quietly. Like a
She also
good
is
Southern
not well
Democrat.
informed. She also only gets her information from Fox News.
Or overhearing the
bummer.
YouTube stuff that Dad watches. But
That's
I
true.
didn't watch it for days. And I was pretty happy. Like I wasn't worried about it. And I'm not saying that the answer is to check out all the time because we need to be informed and we need to fucking do shit about it. However, taking a few days off, my Lanta. It was great. Highly recommend it.
Before Jimmy Kimmel's cancellation, or maybe when was it? I don't know. Wait.
Yeah. I'll
Curtis
send
and
you
I
the
used
right
to
date.
start every day watching. Okay, that's
Did
a
you get
picture
it?
of your dick, which looks like mine.
Yeah.
So there's
it might be yours.
Okay.
Yeah, that was yours.
You smiled. I like that. Speaking of AI slop, Grant.
Yes.
Now, I don't use AI as much at all, really. But if I do, it's by accident. Always.
Okay.
And if I do that, I mail water to Memphis so they
Thank
can
you.
pour it on the servers.
Thank you for doing that.
Listen, sometimes it happens. But I was thinking, I came across this TikTok, and I know I sent it to you, but I need to tell everyone about this account. I'm obsessed with her. The woman who retells Bible stories or retells like Christian beliefs. She just does it in a very like casual way. Like, okay, well, what you need to understand is like, no, you can't be on the boat. It's going to be Noah. Well, because you're evil. God thinks you're evil.
Right,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She's so fucking funny. Hang on.
Yeah.
Queen Erin, Erin the First. She is so funny. And all she's doing is actually saying what Christians believe. But
Yeah.
it sounds horrible when you put
Say
it in
it.
modern context. Yeah.
Yeah. When you just say
So
it.
anyway,
Yeah.
I watched one yesterday that made me cry with laughter. And I was like, this is one of my favorite Bible stories by far. And I'm so curious because I heard her tell it. I'm so curious how a sassy drag queen would tell the story of Lot and Lot's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Because she described it and it was really funny. But I don't use AI, Grant. I don't use AI. But then I saw a news report that said AI is poisoning Memphis air which is my dad's heir. So I did use AI today, but only once.
Okay.
And I'm
And you planted
absolutely
trees.
sending water. I'm sending water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Via Amazon.
I think this is going to be worth it because in the end, this will hurt our dad. So I'm into it. So what I did, and I got to be honest, I don't know how to use things like you do.
Okay.
But I literally just typed in ChatGPT. And then I went and I said, hang on, I got to read you the prompt. Oh, I didn't save the prompt. But basically I said like, hey, ChatGPT, because you have to greet it, right?
You have to. You have to. Yeah.
I was like,
Or it'll
hey,
poison your water more.
ChatGPT, I have a podcast with my twin brother. And I described like who we are and where we came from and all that shit. And I was like, since I'm a drag queen, can you tell the story of Lot from the Bible in like a sassy drag queen voice so I can tell my brother?
Yes.
And they said, fabulous. The title that they came up with was The Lot Situation. It's great. It's great. And for those of you who don't know, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. This is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah.
A village of people killed by God. But
fire.
It's the situation, the Lot situation.
But
and he fucks his daughters.
I'm so
too,
sorry.
by the way.
I know. Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about her TikTok. So I was like, I'm just going to do this. So Grant, I would love to tell you the story of the Lot situation.
I'm ready.
As told by a sassy drag queen, me. If you have any questions, Grant, feel free to stop me.
I'm going to try to forget everything I know real quick.
Good. Go ahead. Do it.
What year is it?
Okay, you forgot too much. You forgot too much.
Oh, my God.
Close your eyes.
What are these lights? Okay. All right. I'm back.
Think of your kids. Okay. The Lot situation. Honey, let me set the scene. We're in Sodom. And yes, that's the Sodom. Think Vegas, but with fewer slot machines and way more sin. Sorry, it's crazy to me. I mean, these people were doing things that would make RuPaul clutch her pearls and cancel the after party. And baby, I was thriving. Oh, wait, I live in Sodom? Okay. I had a little tent on the east side, a pop-up wine bar, and a man named Ezekiel who could really part a sea, if you know what I mean.
That makes no sense. Ezekiel didn't part a sea.
Part my cunt.
But that doesn't even make sense. It would have been...
Well, Ezekiel could do whatever he wants through the power of God. All Jesus... Okay.
I think Ezekiel had the dry
Ezekiel's
bones. Should have gone with a dry
parting
bone
the
reference.
sea. Then there's this man named Lot. Bless his beige little soul. Lot was the kind of guy who shows up to brunch and orders plain oatmeal. Ugh. He's related to Abraham. Yes, that Abraham, the patriarch, daddy of nations, basically the guy who invented organized guilt. Lot's living in the middle of the chaos like, I can fix them. Chapter 2. Enter the angels. And no, not the good kind of queens. Okay. One night, 2 angels show up looking fine. Like just stepped off a celestial runway flying. White robes pressed, halos gleaming, giving ethereal couture. They're there to warn Lot that Sodom's about to go kaboom because apparently the city's Yelp reviews from heaven were all 1 star. Too sexy, not enough repentance. Listen.
I'm offended
Maybe AI's
for
not
you.
so bad. Let's burn the earth. Let's burn the earth. I love this. So Lot invites them in. Classic Midwestern hospitality. Oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you, Sodom is in Ohio. And before they can say amen, the entire town shows up, banging on the door like it's the last call at a gay bar. They're yelling, bring out those men so we can know them. And by know, sweetie, they did not mean Bible study. Chapter 3.
They want to fuck
Lot's
the angels.
big mistake. Now, here's where Lot really fumbles the bag. Instead of protecting his guests with a sensible boundary, this fool goes, wait, don't touch the angels. I have daughters. And everyone, including the daughters, go, excuse me, what? Honey, it's giving patriarchal flop of the century. I mean, imagine your dad offering you up like a complimentary side salad at a celestial dinner party.
This is the
Chapter
hero
3.
of the story, by the way. God wants to save that man who just offered his daughters up to be gang raped. God's like, that's my dude.
Did you not
I'll
hear
get
what
him
you
out of
just
there.
said? You said God wants to save this man. You didn't mention him wanting to save the daughters, so why would God care?
Goddamn, solid point.
Chapter 4.
Let's start a church.
The fiery exit. Anyway, the angels are like, enough. They blind the mob because when all else fails, a little divine laser show always works. And they let Lot get out of town, like now. So Lot grabs his family, his wife, his 2 daughters, and they run. But the angels say, don't look back, because God's doing demolition right, and it's not going to be pretty. And what does Lot's wife do? She looks back. Of course she does. Because who wouldn't? Your entire life, your closet full of linen tunics, your favorite wine jug, your bestie Deborah, all going up in flames. I'd look back too. But boom, she turns into a pillar of salt. And not even the good kind, just Morton's iodized, flavorless, useless. I like to think she's still standing there today, seasoning the landscape and whispering, he wasn't worth it. Sorry.
People
Chapter
think she
5.
is, by the way. There, you can Google it. There's a rock formation that they think is her. Go
Of
ahead.
her? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love. Listen, Lot's wife is one of my favorite Bible characters. I love that she's
and you didn't know that there's a rock formation that people believe is her? Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Well, it's all made up. Okay, this one's called Aftermath. Oh, I guess this is the epilogue. Aftermath. Lot's awkward cabin life.
Yeah.
So Lot and his daughters escape to a cave, like they're starring in some weird post-apocalyptic family sitcom. And things, ... get dark. Like Game of Thrones Season 1 dark. Let's just say the daughters decide to repopulate the earth the hard way. And it's all very Therapy Forever vibes. Final section, the moral. According to me, your drag narrator. What's the takeaway, darling? Well, I have 3. Don't live somewhere literally called Sodom. Don't offer your daughters to a mob. And for heaven's sake, when a glittering man from above tells you don't look back, take the note, grab your lashes, and keep walking in your stilettos towards freedom. Because sometimes the only way to survive divine drama is to sashay away from it. Thank you. Thank you.
Drew, we are so much alike. I had a preacher voice, sure. You have a drag preacher voice. We should start a church. I think we could revolutionize this whole church thing. You know, like we have to get past the God is dead thing.
I want their money. I don't want to revolutionize shit. I want to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
I want the money. So Sodom and Gomorrah is... go ahead.
No, I wanted to say it hit all the major points. It was a great retelling. Truly a fantastic retelling.
Thank you. I wrote it. And just so you know, I'm going to delete that story and send more water to Memphis, Tennessee. So I've always been fascinated by the story of Sodom and Gomorrah because when we were in church, yes, there's the Leviticus, yes, there's all that shit. But really, when they wanted to dunk on gay people, they immediately went to Sodom and Gomorrah, which is very much a misunderstanding of the story. But obviously as a kid, I was taught not to question anything. So I was like, oh, fuck, there's a bunch of gay rapists in Sodom. That's horrible. Gay people suck. So I've always been kind of haunted by it. And when I was, I was at MC. So I was like probably 19. I was flying somewhere and I went into a bookstore, a Hudson, I'm sure. And Dan Savage's book called Skipping Toward Sodom or Skipping Toward Gomorrah.
Okay.
It's making fun of some Christian wrote a book called like the world is being dragged into Gomorrah. And so he did, mine's skipping into Gomorrah.
Okay.
And I bought it because my heart was racing. My hands were shaking. I was so...
Knees weak, mom spaghetti on your sweater already?
I felt like I should not read this. Like this is bad. Of all the Bible stories, this is the bad one. And when I came back to MC, I hid it because I didn't want my roommate to find it. And so I kept that book like porn, like it's fucking porn, hidden away.
Well, you did
for the rest of college. Well, I liked Dan Savage's book.
I had a book that was about how this theologian historian didn't believe that King David existed. And I did the same thing. I hid it. I was afraid for people to see it. I remember feeling nervous when I was reading it. Like we were taught to be afraid of ideas. If it
Yep.
was
Well, you
an
can't trust
opposite
it.
idea, I remember
It's a demon.
I remember saying to this guy who led this like Bible study thing that I was in when I was in college. I remember saying to him, he was giving us the regular warning about, you know, entertaining these new ideas or whatever. And I said, so I mean, anyone can be tricked. I get that part. But if truth is really true, it can't be afraid of questions, right? Like, how weak is your truth that it can't hold up to critical thought? Like, I'm not worried about someone going, I don't think gravity's real, and I'm going to ask some questions about it. I'd be like, yeah,
Right.
you can ask your questions. Like, gravity is going to either be true or it's not. You know, just ask your damn questions. I remember having this conversation with them. Is our belief system that fragile that we can't ask questions or we can't entertain different ideas? Because
Did they say yes?
won't the truth win? No. No, and in fact, he later contacted me like a year or so later. He was a lawyer. He contacted me like a year or so later after I'd moved back to Tennessee, and he was like, I always appreciated the way your mind worked, and I was just so impressed with you, and I thought, oh, this is okay, this is cool. I wonder why he's calling. He was like, I'm actually coming through Memphis. I would love to get together.
Oh no.
So we get together, and he's in a pyramid scheme selling like groceries. It was like a buy your groceries from this website, and it'll give you a discount.
Yeah.
But if you can get other people to buy it under, like your family, and that was why he called me. Anyway, that guy was cool. And but no, he told me no, that you can be tricked.
Well, that's why
So-
MLMs prey upon people in church, because they're already
Oh,
taught to
for
fall in
certain.
line and not ask questions. So
For
they're
certain.
easy. I mean, our mom was in one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Premier Designs.
Famously.
Gail Foster, you can suck my cock, you dumb bitch. Sorry,
She
your
called-
husband already did, you stupid bitch.
She called mom.
Will you
while I was
clip that
doing
and
it.
send it to her?
I will.
She called her and did what? Apologize for roping her into a pyramid scheme?
I heard her say, "Let's go, Brandon."
Yes.
Do
She
you-
likes saying that.
Do you hate a former Republican president as much as they hate Joe Biden and Barack Obama? Like, do you like get upset? Do you like think of George
There's not
W.
a
Bush and you're like,
I
ah?
mean, even Donald Trump, like okay, this is going to sound awful.
I just
but-
want him to disappear. Like when he's out of office, I didn't think about him when Joe Biden was president.
Right.
I wasn't like,
I don't hate him. I don't seethe with anger. I hate that this is happening, but like I would have to be really invested in him as a person to hate him so much. It's all over my clothes. I have catchphrases with my friends. Like that's fucking insane. And I think the only reason it caught on is because again, it's the same less educated church people who
well, and like, so for her in particular, the first time I heard her say it, sorry.
She was our mega church pastor's daughter and our mom's best friend.
The first time I heard her say it, I was on the phone with mom. They were watching a basketball game together, and
You've told this story.
Oh yeah, and she was
Say it
just
again.
yelled,
Sorry,
"Let's
say it
go,
again.
Brandon!" And I realized what they're doing. It's these Christian people who they would never say the F word, but they love the fact that they can imply it, which we were told was a sin, by the way. Like our youth
Yes, we
pastor
were.
used to say, like, you can't say dang because you're putting
Can't say
damn in
darn,
people's minds.
Can't say shoot.
And you can't say
Yep.
shoot because you're putting shit in people's minds, like, because they translate
Yeah.
it. So her whole thing, which, like, she's still in that evangelical world. She travels and speaks. Like, that's her thing. She's out
Her
there
dad was
saying,
a multi-millionaire pastor.
oh, yeah. I guess she
Yeah,
lost
she's a
all her
piece of
money.
shit.
But anyway.
Good.
She said,
She took a
said,
lot of people's money.
but she said, "Let's go, Brandon." And I was on speakerphone and I was like, "What'd she say?" She said, "Let's go, Brandon." I go, "What does that mean?" And she goes, "Oh, you know." And I go, "Oh, fuck Joe Biden." And mom was like, "Oh." And Gail was like, "Oh my gosh." And I was like, "No, that's what you meant. You're saying fuck Joe
That's
Biden."
what you said. You
But
put
you-
that in my head.
You said, "Let's go,
Sin.
Brandon," but it means you're not a NASCAR fan. You're literally saying "fuck Joe Biden," right? My mom was like, "I gotta go." So That was kind of fun.
I'm doing no spend November, but I didn't plan on it.
Oh, I didn't pay for this. I had mom's credit card.
Oh, great. Buy 3. My Chicago BFF, Michael, I talked to him, I think on the 2nd, and he's like, I'm doing no spend November. I really got to like rein this in. I was like, me too. I'll do it too. But I had already ordered a bunch of stuff to be delivered like that day. So I tell Curtis and I'm like, you don't have to do it, but just like, so you know, I'm only buying like essential stuff that we need to live. Like I'm not going to buy fun shit. 6 packages show up to my house. And I mean, they were all actually like home related stuff, but it didn't look great. And Curtis goes,
well, you
how's
had that
your
putting green that
how's
goes
your
around your
November
toilet.
going? I am doing it. Did I order something else a couple hours ago that I forgot about? Yes. But I needed it.
Okay, what was it? What was it? Just say what it was. Okay, no
something that
explanation.
I'd start. Grant,
say what it was.
Grant. It was a whiteout roller.
Why do you need that?
I started a gratitude journal / mood tracking journal. I've done it for like 8 days. It really is helping me a lot. And tomorrow I'm meeting with a new therapist and I'm excited to be able to be like, yeah, like last week I only had 2 green days. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And I get to see a little like nice thing. You know, like yesterday we recorded in the studio and it's like a 20-minute drive from here. And Curtis had to take our car in because the brakes were making a weird noise. Anyway, we ended up with a loaner for the day and it was this gigantic SUV, huge SUV.
Yeah. Made you feel like
and
a
I
man,
was like, Curtis,
huh? Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I was in full makeup. So yeah, I was hard the whole time. I hate driving in drag in general, but I definitely don't feel comfortable because the idea that I could get into an accident or get pulled over, even though we're in LA, like you never know.
In LA. Yeah.
But still, it just, I just don't like it. I don't like it, but I do it. You know, I'll drive our car. So I was like, babe, ooh, I do not feel comfortable driving that to the studio. And he's like, well, why don't I drive you? And I was like, you want to drive all the way to the studio and then come back and get us? And he's like, well, I'll drive you to the studio, then go pick up our car and then drive back to get you. I was like, you know, that's like an hour and a half of driving. And he was like, sure. So that's what I wrote down in my gratitude journal, that like he was willing to do that for me. Isn't that nice?
That's you. If you
Anyway,
just paid attention to Curtis, you'd probably fill up that journal every day. He's always doing something for you.
Listen, I've been doing a lot for him lately too.
How? He's not needy. He doesn't make mistakes, right? Surely he hasn't
Grant.
done anything lately that would cause a panic or anything.
Curtis? Why are you saying that like that? What am I missing?
You called me the other night, or we talked.
Oh my
the other night.
God. Oh my God. I completely forgot. Okay. Yes. I have to tell y'all how I woke up yesterday. Was it yesterday? The day before.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping on the couch because I have a bad shoulder and I need a feather top for our mattress. So Curtis and I have not been sleeping together for months now and I hate it. But the feather top thing is really, really expensive.
What's wrong with your shoulder? What shoulder?
Hurts. I sleep on my side and our mattress is so hard. I wake up with like horrible shoulder pain. So I bought one of those like medical things where you can sleep kind of on a hill and you put your arm through it. But we have a queen size bed. So if I use it, Curtis has barely enough room for his head anyway. So I'm downstairs. I sleep. Curtis comes in the room, wakes me up. He is naked, dripping in sweat. I mean, covered in sweat, face beat red. And I was like, oh my God, what? You know? And he was like, I took the dog out and I was feeding her and I was getting like her medicine, but you know, like we keep our medicine right there too. So I was going to take mine too. And I ended up swallowing JB's medicine instead of mine. And I was
Why
like,
was he naked?
It couldn't.
Like he didn't walk her naked.
I don't know.
So there must have been a time after he took the medicine.
He was. I bet you when the reason he was all red and stuff was because he was trying to make himself throw up for like 15 minutes. And so I think probably he just got overheated. When I say he was covered in sweat, Grant, I mean he was covered in sweat. So I'm like, babe, I
do
don't,
that. When I
think
get
you're
like
fine.
overheated, like when I'm sick, I do the same thing. I get butt ass naked. And so I'm
Me too, lay on the ground.
Yep.
Lay on the
100%.
ground.
On the tile.
I love laying on the ground.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the best.
I was like, I think you're fine, but like, do you want me to like go to CVS and get you like Ipecac? Now, for those of you who don't know, Ipecac is a liquid that you would drink and it makes you throw up.
It's a city.
It is not a
Iowa,
modern medicine. You can't just pick it up anymore because that's like an old-timey, like, you could really hurt yourself if you don't use it correctly.
Okay.
So I go into CVS thinking Ipecac is a real, like, modern thing and not something from a 1950s apothecary.
I've never heard of it. Have you bought it before, or did you hear about it?
No, just
in a
TV
Cary
movies.
Grant movie?
Ipecac movie.
Okay, so you've
Anyway,
never purchased
it's not.
it.
You can't. But I was sure that you could. Anyway, I Googled her medicine before I left the house, and I realized like he was probably fine. I couldn't find anything that would kill him, but I was like, I'll still make whatever. So I drive over to CVS, and the pharmacy was closed, but the pharmacist was like around doing something. I don't know, playing with pills.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I can't find the Ipecac. And she goes, the what? And she's like in her late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is not a real medicine. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So let me tell you what happened.
She's like,
And I
from
told
the
her what
Little
happened.
Rascals? Are you quoting something from the Little Rascals?
Yeah.
No.
Is that the thing that Cary Grant gave Katharine Hepburn? Anyway, I tell her what happens, and she goes, oh, the medication he's worried about is a OCD medication. I give it to people every day. Like, he's fine. And I was like, right. And I get that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that will force him to vomit? And she goes, no. And then I laughed, and I came home, and I was like, babe, listen, I think you're fine. Ipecac is not a thing.
Please tell me
But
he was
anyway,
still
that's how I
naked.
started my day.
He was still naked, sweating.
He's naked a lot. He's naked a lot. Then
What Patreon
the rest
level
of my
is that?
day was, Messy Queens. They've all seen his junk.
Oh,
Anyway, no, they haven't. But then like the rest of the day, I just had so many weird fucking things going on. And then you called me with some insane dad drama. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening today? I just was like out of body experience
I
that
did.
day. But anyway, I just wanted to read you an AI version of the lot situation.
I'm really,
That's all I had planned.
I'm really impressed at how accurate it was. I do think it's funny that, so I texted you with an idea that a couple of listeners have asked for multiple times. And I was like, I've got a lot
I didn't
of
want
stories
to
here.
do that.
Okay.
Can I tell you why?
And then you
Can
said,
I tell you why I didn't want to do it?
I've got an idea. And this was your idea. Go ahead. Why didn't you? We were, as originally weddings. We're talking about weddings. Go ahead.
Weddings, right.
Yeah.
Because last week's episode was so intense for me personally. And it was
walk in
something
the
that
park
like,
for me. Breeze.
yeah, I know.
Easy
Well, you
breezy.
apologized and you became the hero. So of course it was easy for you. God damn it. It was just really hard. And it took me a couple days to like kind of stop thinking about, and then I started getting tagged in like our TikToks and stuff. And anyway, I don't know. Sometimes it hits me in a really weird way.
So it's our recovery episode.
Yeah. So I wanted something light and
I like
bright.
it.
So
I
we
like
talk about Lot's wife being a salty bitch
Such a salty bitch.
and Curtis naked. Okay. This just occurred to me. Yesterday we did studio, came home. I made a doctor's appointment for 7:45 p.m. Not on purpose. It's just my doctor was booked up like the rest of the month, and the only spot he had was 7:45 p.m.
Okay,
yeah,
well, he has
so
a
I
gambling
went-
problem, obviously.
No, but he does have. He's bald, and he needs to lean into it. Let it go. So anyway, so he gives me, I'm sorry, I just found out about vaccines. So I was like, oh, let me get a booster. Like, that sounds fun. I want autism. So
Right.
an older nurse, I would say like probably in her late 50s, early 60s, you know, like most of the nurses there are like kids. So this woman walks in, I was like, thank God, she'll get me. She goes, okay, so you're getting 3 shots today? That's a lot. And I was like, oh, I know, but my dad's a really messed up guy, so I'm used to pain. And she goes, my dad was a piece of shit. And then the entire time she is taking my blood and giving me 3 shots.
Oh, my
We are
God.
talking about how awful our dads are. I was like, well, you know, evil people live forever. And she goes, I really lucked out. And I think it was my prayers because he died at 70 and that's young. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. Anyway, I just love how
That's pretty good.
when people with bad dads find other people with bad dads, it's just
It's
an
an
immediate,
immediate
like
bond.
the energy shifted. Yes. If you're getting a vaccine, I recommend you do that. You ask the person about their dad.
Say, hey,
because I didn't even
what's your
notice the
dad
pain.
like? Is he your hero or what?
Is your dad abusive? You no, no, good.
Well,
Okay, that's good. Then you should be close.
well, I just imagine everyone that supports us on Patreon has a bad dad, and I just want to thank all of you for channeling that pain into support. So thank you for that. As you scroll over
Right.
Drew's face, a couple of things.
Right.
One is it's on Patreon
Right.
now. Angela's book club is happening.
yeah.
So we're going to do a live stream in December, and that's for Maori and Olsen tier. So if you're Maori tier or Olsen tier, you can be a part of that live stream. And if you want to get the book now, it's called Pounded by Produce, and it is a Veggie Tale smut book where the men
Oh, amen.
turn into the vegetables, and then she inserts them into herself.
That's nice.
Pounded
I
by
like that.
Produce. So check that out. And then, of course, Drew, we're mere weeks away.
17 days. We're 17 days away. We're going to be at the Bell House in New York, in Brooklyn, November 21st at 9:30. Get your tickets.
It's exciting.
We are so close. We're so excited to see everyone.
It's going to be great.
And we will be in Chicago for New Year's Eve at the Den Theater. That one, all of the spouses are attending as well, and
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend. So it's going to be a family affair.
In New York, we're going to
And
be there for a
then-
while, right? Like we're going to do
Yeah,
New York
we are.
stuff. So if you
We're
find
going
us
to
in the
see Jane
city,
Krakowski and Oh Mary.
we have stickers. We have special stickers we'll give you.
And just know that if you find us in the city, if you want to find us in the city, we're in Times Square, baby. That's it. When I go to
That's
New
what I
York,
mean by the
I go
city.
to Times Square.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
the
that's true.
city.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is. Well, it has so many lights.
We'll see you at TGI Fridays.
And also for our Maori and Olsen tier, and then over on IMHO's Patreon, the
Messy Queens.
What's Tea and Messy Queens tier. I took the live stream that Grant and I did on Halloween where we
yeah.
watched
Hell House.
that Hell House documentary, and I mixed it. I made it a lot better. And so it's actually fun to watch. You know how like watching those replays back, some of the mics don't sound so great and
Yeah.
our images get blurry. I was able to like finagle it. And I
So,
think it looks really good.
I got to see a little bit of that. My mic was just muted the whole time. Did you do that? That's not the cut
Grant,
that's
are
going
you in
out,
a tunnel?
right?
Oh no, Grant, you must be going through a tunnel. I can't hear you.
You can definitely still hear me. I know this is
can't-
still working. We can't end the
hear you,
episode this
so-
way. No, Drew, you can
Oh my
hear
God,
me,
Curtis
right?
is here.
You can hear me?
Curtis, are you sweaty?
Well, all right,
my
we'll
God,
see you
yes.
next week, guys. I guess.
Hot.
I guess this is it. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Can't hear a thing.
He's not even here anymore.
Da, 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 da.